please can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, my name is Ashish. I hail from Pathankot. So it's been 12 years I have been doing astrology, and I'm an astrologer, numerologist, and a Vastu expert. I stay in Chandigarh with my family, and I practice in Chandigarh as
So what brought you close to astrology? आपको एस्ट्रोलॉजी में इंटरेस्ट कब से आया और आपके कुंडली में कौन से पर्टिकुलर प्लैनेट्स आपने देखे जो आपको एज अ एस्ट्रोलॉजर इनकरेज कर गए?
See, I had been practicing it side by side for the last 13 years, and I was a professional. I was head of a medical company for Chandigarh and Jaipur, so I was handling two states. And now I have taken a final decision to be full time in astrology only. 12 years ago, I went to a palmist, and he did some calculation and asked me to do some remedy. That time I didn't believe at all in astrology. So I did that remedy for 7 weeks and finally I got a job. So that was my major challenge at that time and I was very impressed. And from that day, this interest encouraged in me. And talking about my chart as well, I have Jupiter in my ninth house. So ninth house is a house of post graduation and education, and Jupiter is a karaka of astrology, banking, and so many things. So along with my interest, I saw that thing, and I finally get into astrology.
And sir, if you don't mind me asking, what about the placement of your Rahu and Ketu?
My Rahu is in 11th house and Ketu is in 5th house. So 11th house, any
Fantastic.
malefic work, yeah, any malefic planet works very well. So Rahu is placed over there, and it is strongly placed.
That is, and sir, what is the sign they are placed in?
That that is in Aries. Though my Mangal is situated in Kendra, so it gives positive results.
All right.
Uh,
So basically, like you started practicing as a healer, or you started practicing as a journal advisor.
Initially, I started practicing as a general advisor. Initially, I learned palmistry. Then I started learning astrology in the year 2007. Then I did a lot of study myself. My guru, his name is Balram Bhatt. So he initially trained me about few things, told me, and that I did a lot of research. After doing a lot of research, I did a lot of remedies on me as well, and finally I got to know this is how things work. So by practicing more, harder and harder, it is getting corrected day by day. You can say.
So like 15 years of practicing, you'd say you never before 15 years there was nothing that brought you to astrology. It is 15 years of hardcore practice and learning what brought you close to astrology.
For first 5 years, I was on and off in it, and from last 10 years, I have been doing it very seriously. So from last 10 years, I have helped a lot of people. So now a time has come. I should not say this is my overconfidence. A time has come now. We at least get to know that this is how long it's gonna take. If somebody is coming with some problem, whether it is a minor or a major, because we know what the exact solution is after practicing. So I really like helping people, and this was a profession who gives money as well and give you an opportunity to help strangers and people who are your near and dear. So that's a good opportunity I opted for, and I'm very happy.
So is palmistry really helping you in astrology?
See, as of now, how I practice, for example, I have seen a chart and I found that the Saturn is not good in the chart. So I cross check with this palmistry as well. So that helps me side by side. Though my main subject is what I practice is astrology only, then numerology, then Vastu, and then palmistry.
So numerology actually, it's a good thing that I got in touch with you, and I wanted to ask about numerology. Is it accurate as Vedic astrology?
It it is if you have deep knowledge of it.
So in basic Vedic astrology, what kind of branch you're dealing in? Is it in Gemini, Parashri, KP, Brigunadi, or
I
Brigunandinadi?
didn't I did in KP astrology, so I follow that and do that chart reading by that only.
So basically, Krishnamurti Paddhati is majorly followed in South India, and you're in North. And majorly, what I've seen is there is a lot of difference between North India and South India as far as the astrology is concerned. So how you got to match up the differences?
See, I do Gemini as well, Gemini astrology as well. So there are different ways through that we check the things. As soon as you get the experience for the same, then you have always have a craving to learn new things. So I keep on adding things. Now I will be learning tarot card as well. So I'm keep on adding things. Though you cannot be expert ever in this field, you are always a practicer like doctors and lawyers.
Sir, apart from this, like when a young person is coming to you, like my journey started like enthusiasm, like people were saying like this thing will happen to you, this thing will happen to you, like enthusiasm. And frankly speaking, I belong to a family where we used to consult the doctor afterwards, but astrologer first. uh,
Okay.
like how what kind of thing would you say to the young generation about this science? I know
See,
astrology as a science, and
yes, it is a science, and now people have accepted it as well, right? So it is a process of balancing the radiation in our body. So suppose we have green radiation more, so we will donate it and make it less. We need yellow radiation, and it is less in our body. And due to that, we are facing challenges in our daily life. So we will enhance that radiation through the stones. So for the young generation, take it as a science. It is a subject, and it is a proven thing. If we follow it correctly and if we follow the correct person, we certainly get benefits. And moreover, astrology is a GPRS that always shows you direction what to do. Finally, it is your hard work, and also sometimes I can say that is your luck. So that helps you out a lot. And people follow career by themselves, whatever they want to, and their planets are not good in the chart. So they are always keep on improving it for lifetime. And few people follow the career regarding the planets that are very strongly placed. So they don't have to do much efforts in their life. So we always consult some astrologer while choosing a career because that is what gonna happen for the rest of the life, whatever career we will choose. So that will shape our future.
so apart from this, it's a very controversial subject that we had selected today, and
Hmm.
this is about the gemstones. Now myself, I am a
Hmm.
jeweler, uh, and
Hmm.
many times I get into this thing like people come to me not for buying jewelry, but they come just because an astrologer has suggested them.
Yes.
So this was the second breaking point of my life. Like when I used to
Hmm.
say, like
Hmm.
you know, about the face and everything, and this stone is definitely not going to match this person.
Hmm.
So I used to ask them their birth dates and everything, and I used to cross check, like this thing happened to you, this thing happened to you, and they said no, there were some parts, and then they said no, this astrologer particularly asked me to wear these stones.
Hmm.
No, this was the second breaking point of my point. So
Hmm.
uh, up to now, I've been doing this and looking at the stone part. What would you
Hmm.
really look in the houses? Which kind
Hmm.
of houses you will look? Like I especially
Mm-hmm.
look at the fifth house,
Mm-hmm.
the second house, and the
Mm-hmm.
ninth house.
Mm-hmm.
11th is the last house I look at for the gemstones.
See, 11th house, the first or second house I look into it. I tell you why. Everybody has a desire of materialistic gains across the world, right? Everybody has desire. Somebody wants that car. Somebody wants to buy that bungalow. 11th is a house of desires. So whatever desire we keep in our life. So that is a very important house, I must say. Though the houses you said that are also keep importance. But if I have to see a chart, I will see the Lagna house. That is the first house, first of all. Then I will go for the 11th house. Because if somebody is coming to me, if I will fix the 11th house, 50% of his wishes is going to complete. Though he has been facing issues in the life, I will also have a look on the ninth house and fifth house and whatever is going to happen in the Mahadasha chart and the Antardasha chart. But I will tell you one thing that everybody should follow while having a look at the chart. The first thing we need to follow whenever we open a chart, we need to see where is the Lagna Lord placed. Second thing we look into a chart that we need to see where is the moon placed, where is our mind. Third thing we need to place, see while looking at a chart that is where is the sun placed in. Then fourth thing we need to see is where what is the Mahadasha and what is the Antardasha. Then fifth thing we need to look at if there is any dosha in the chart. So we have to see all that things and then we have to give the equal importance. Suppose you are coming to me and you want to buy a car. I help you out in that. You buy a car. What if after buying a car you are still into depression and you're still unhappy? Your moon is imbalanced because moon and Surya and third planet, I must say, is Mercury. These are the planets that work a lot in our daily life. If somebody has told me something, what I'm replying is it is decided by Mercury. I'm sitting alone, what I'm thinking, it is decided by Moon. And I'm in the society, I've done something for somebody, and in return, I'm not getting the respect that is decided by the sun. So we have to see these planets as well. And but after doing all the calculation and seeing all the things, then only we need to go ahead and suggest some stone to somebody because people take stones very lightly. That is not the truth. Stones work greatly if we offer the right stone to the right person with the right custom. Otherwise, it is just a piece of stone. It doesn't work at all.
So, sir, is like you said, you have the five-step formula to select the stones. So, for each and
Yes.
every individual, there is a different stone. Not like the European how they have for September this is the stone, for October this is the stone. So, what is the difference in our astrology, in Vedic astrology and KP astrology, which is apart from the normal Parashre and Western astrology?
See, thing is, as people are offering stones by month. So suppose there are 1,000 people who were born on September 2019. So do you think everybody needs the same stone and everybody has the same problem? Even I get chart of twins. Their life is different. There is just a difference of 1 minute. That depends upon the room they are sleeping in. That is the vastu of the room. That depends upon the karma they are doing because our karma is shaping our career. So whenever any businessman is coming to you, and there are three planets who are mainly responsible to run a business. That is a Mercury, that is Saturn, and third is Rahu. Saturn and Rahu is in your hands. You can boost the energy with your karma. You can decrease the energy with your karma. So you can fix the both where the stone is required, you can offer the stone, and along with the donations and all, you can fix the Saturn and Rahu. And coming back on your question, it is very deeply required to see a stone. We cannot offer stone somebody month wise as per their rashis and all that things because we have to see. And moreover, I tell you one more thing. Sometimes we see horoscopes. There are 4 to 5 stones required, but we need to see what the exact problem is. What is their major issue? So we have to offer the stone accordingly. If a student is coming to me who is just studying in class 10th and if he has bad Rahu going on, his purpose of coming to me is more of education. So I have to see where is the moon placed, where is the sun placed, I have to see where is a Jupiter place. I have to see where is a Mercury place, and the Short list. So there might be a case in such education on regarding some business concern. I have to see the business only. I don't have to see his education. So it varies from case to case as well.
So, sir, what people are going to buy gemstones? What kind of things that I always recommend the people, like when they go to buy gemstones, they should buy certified gemstones. So, what would you
Yes,
recommend to the people?
I agree with your part. Gemstones should also be certified because other stones we are not sure whether it is a right stone or not. Though there are other things as well we should see. The more people mistake do is that is the weight of the stone. They buy the stone that is of a not a good weight as per their body. So the calculation should be 1.2 uh, in comparison to 10 kg. So every 10 kg, the stone should be 1.2 rati. So if somebody is of 70 kg or comes into that slab, so you have to multiply 7 into 1.2. And always buy the stones in calculation of Saba only, like 7.25, 8.25. If any stone you have bought that is above 7.30, 8.30, it will give you reverse results. And metal should be correct, and time should be correct while wearing it. I've seen that kind of result. Suppose you're wearing a stone and you're wearing it at 8:45 and wearing the same stone at 9:15, results will be totally different because everything matters while wearing a stone. If somebody has wear a stone, mostly people come to us and tell us, once I wear that stone, it worked very fine for 30 days and after that, nothing. See, the thing is, suppose I give you an example. There is a very cold outside and you have a jacket. So that jacket is protecting you from the cold. But if you will not wash it for next 30 days, so it's going to give you infection as well. So you have to keep activating the stones after 30 to 45 days. Otherwise, it will get discharged and then the results will go up to zero. So you have to take.
If a person wants to go out, travel out of the place where they are living in, so there is a different stone for that. Then, if they want to buy a car, there is a different karaka for that, and accordingly, you're suggesting the stone. So, accordingly, are the same you give the mantras for chanting and activating it, or how it comes? Like,
See, mantras are always same. How I do that? Suppose I mix numerology with the astrology. For example, somebody is buying a stone for Venus. So Venus is number six in numerology. So when we have to activate it, I will ask them to do six mala of Venus, and then do a prayer, ask for your wish, and wear that stone in front of sun because anyhow it has to work directly or indirectly with the sun meditation only. So you have to take blessing of sun as well and wear it in front of sun at exact either 8:15, either 9:15, either 10:15. So never wear it at 7:45, 8:45, 9:45. Otherwise, it's of no use. It may give different results. So once I follow it very strictly because I am particular about stones. Along with that, for my clients, I'm very particular about their its wearing custom. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So once the client wear it with that all customs, then we comfortable. We know that the results will surely come.
so is this a part of horror we are talking about? Uh,
No, I'm talking about numerology, right? Suppose you have to wear a Venus stone. The numerology number is six for Venus. In numerology, number is six for Venus. So I will ask them to do six mala at least for Venus to wear it. So six is a number for Venus. We are chanting the Venus mantra, wearing the Venus stone, and wearing it with full customs that it gets power charge and works very great. Along with that, Venus is an earth metal. So we take a bowl and we put soil in it and we just keep stone in it. So it gets charged very much in the soil. So it works greatly.
Basically, like what happens is gold is connected to our tradition. Most of us we buy gold, and
Yes.
very few of them they are able to retain. Some of them they go and pledge it. So,
Hmm.
what can be the good mantra that you will give to the people when they're buying gold? They should do the mantra, and they should that buy, or auspicious time for buying gold.
See, as such, mostly if you'll see horoscopes, everybody has an issue today of overthinking, depression, stress. So it means their moon is imbalanced somewhere. So I don't recommend anybody to wear gold regularly if they have some deliberated moon in the horoscope because that will give them more tension and more stress. So generally, I ask my clients, you can wear it occasionally once there is a party or something, or you can wear just light earrings and something, and don't wear much gold in routine. So in case we have to boost Jupiter, then I ask them to do that. In case we have to boost Sun, then I ask them to do that. In case we have to boost Moon, so I just recommend them not to wear much gold because I want to enhance the silver in the body. So that can be weared in the form of a jewelry, bracelet, or anything. Otherwise, it's a stressful world. People will wear more gold, so that will give them more stress.
So, which is the now this for the whole thing? Which is the best thing? Like in uh, Parashari, we look at the fifth house, the Panchamesh.
Yes.
In KP, which is the house that we look at the most for the benefits? Because there is something which is called a Fortuna point, and there's some deeper sublord and things like that, which is not actually
Hmm.
seen in Parashari. In
Hmm.
Parashari, we are concerned with the nakshatras, and we are concerned with
Hmm.
the lord of the houses and the placement of the
Hmm.
houses. So, in
Hmm.
KP, what is the best thing? Because I heard about the Fortuna point, and
Hmm.
what would be your talk about the Fortuna point?
See, as you're talking about fifth house, I see the fifth house through Parashari only. So I follow that as well. I told you that I see Kundlis in different ways. So if I have to see the fifth house, somebody has some maybe major losses, going through major losses. Somebody is spending a lot in share market and all that things. So I will have a look on that only, and that is very easy to strengthen that lot. Because if somebody is going into some major losses, either there will be some issues with the fifth house. Either it will be weak, or either it will be affected by bad planets. So we just fix it, and it is very easy to fix it in that. So we just go ahead and fix in that way only. Anyhow, if a businessman is coming to us and if he has a damaged fifth house, so everybody wants money, and fifth house gives you money sitting without doing much. They should be happy for long run, and they should not short in money in future.
So now again, coming to the second comparison of Bhrigunandi and KP. Uh, Also, you follow the numbers of the houses, the according to the Mahadasha, the Antardasha, and the Paryantardasha. You follow the number of the houses, what the houses are representing.
Yes, I do. And I tell you one tip as well. You must have seen people are going through Shani Mahadasha and the issues they are falling, right, in their life. There are three aspects of Saturn. That is third, seventh, and tenth. But you must have seen that people are going through Saturn Mahadasha and Saturn is going into Saturn, but they are facing more issues apart from that, what that house are representing. So how it works, suppose Saturn is going on and there is an Antradasha of Buddha, right? And Saturn is in the 11th house. So there is new technique to see the number of problems they're going to face. So you have to see the main chart and you have to see the third house, seventh house, and the 10th house. Then you have to take that Mahadasha planet Saturn as a Lagna planet with the same number as sitting in, and you have to rotate the chart. And then you have to see third, seventh, and tenth. From that only, you will certainly get to know how it works. The biggest example, if you want to see, you have a look at a chart of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. So So if you see that calculation and if you see that, then you will get to know why he's into media and all that things. So there are two ways to see that chart. Otherwise, clients are telling us that I'm facing this issue as well, this issue as well, and we are just having a look on third, seventh, and tenth aspect. We don't get to know how what is impacting that. So once you will rotate that chart in that way, that is a very simple technique. You have to take the Mahadasha planet as a Lagna planet with the same number it is sitting it, and you have to rotate the chart accordingly and see that chart. You will get to know what other problems he is also facing, and you can try it on anybody. You will get to know the number of problems they must be facing because of one planet only. So in that, we have to see different combinations as I explained you before as well. So in KP, we go through that as well. We cross check in that as well. In order to cross check, I'm not giving a wrong solution. So I ask for the pick of hand as well sometimes whenever I feel like. So that is just because I don't want to be overconfident in anything. I want to give the exact solution. So I cross check it everywhere. So people just see it only for a minute and give the solution. That is not the right way. So, for example, if sun is bad in D1 chart, so it is very important to see D9 chart. So, what is the placement? So, at least we get to know. If we sun is in number seven, if sun is in number seven in a Lagna chart, and sun is in number one in D9 chart, so it means sun will improve after marriage. So, we ask them to get married at least so that their sun can improve and the other planets can also improve. So in KP as well, in Vedic astrology as well, we have to see all the combination and then I get into solution. So I don't go by one thing only. Otherwise, if I have to go for one thing only, then what's the fun to learn the other things? So we have to see all the combinations and then we can give assurance to somebody. So you do it by heart and it will results will come. That's the reason people just send me a text after 15 to 20 days. Either things are improving or things have improved. So whenever somebody is wearing a stone, so I give them so much confidence that it will certainly work, and they wear it positively and it works because everything is in mind.
Sir, definitely I will send you my chart for this thing for getting the stone advice. But
Yeah.
sir, what I wanted to bring to the sum was like it is a lot of calculations which is required, not just merely the numbers, not just merely one house or two house. It is lot of calculation which is required to suggest a gemstone to a person.
Yes.
And sir, this is the main thing which I will come to. How many percentage of people they come and they really ask you to get the gemstones for them?
See, if I have to treat them as a patient and I'm a doctor, so I have to tell them what is required. If they know that what is required, then why would they come to me? Remedies can decrease the bad effect of some planets. What if I have to enhance the good effects of some planets? So can they wear the same color every day? That's not possible. So they have to wear some gemstone or something or some metal. Through that, I can enhance the energy and I can show them. So mostly while seeing every kundli, at least I recommend one gemstone because anyhow they will do remedy for 15 days, 30 days, 45 days. After that, they will forget and leave it. But if they're wearing a gemstone and keep on charging it, results will be there with them for long term. So that's the reason I recommend gemstone, and that is a easy solution for everybody nowadays. So nobody has that much time that they can do the correct remedies at right time and every week. People do it for 2 weeks, then skip it for third week, then they start it from zero. So if something that is very much required, then I strongly tell them not to skip it. Along with that, I recommend them stones, and that works like it.
Especially, I get a lot of people like that. They will perform it for 1 week, and the second week, sir, नहीं हो सकता है. It's very difficult.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So suppose somebody is coming to me and he has some challenges. I've activated their 11th house. So their desires will start happening and start fulfilling. So they will feel happy. They will have always have a good experience. That though I came for this thing, that I could not do that remedies and my that work didn't get done, but I got 10 new things. So thank you so much. This stone is working amazing for me. So at least we give them something. Somebody's coming to us.
So about the second house, actually, what I want to understand is this is for the family also.
Yes,
So there are a lot of details found in second houses. Uh, From
yes,
those details, you again take the 11th house
yes.
and you match the details, or this is a separate analysis and the 11th house is a separate analysis.
See, 11th house is the desires or the relation with your elder brother and sisters. So we have to see what's the major reason, what's the major issue. If there is an issue with the wife, we have to see seventh house as well. If there is an issue with the family only parents, we have to see the second chart as well. If there is an issue with the mother, we have to see the moon as well. If there is an issue with the father, we have to see the sun as well. So we have to see whether he has issues with everybody at home or with a specific person, what the exact challenge is. If it is with wife, anyhow, we have to see Mars in the horoscope. Where is the Mars placed in? That is a major karka of fighting and all that things after the marriage and all that things. Even before the marriage, if your relationship doesn't last for long, so somewhere Mars is also deliberated or it is weaker or it is at bad stage wherever it is setting in. So we have to see that things as well. By just seeing one house or one planet, we cannot say that uh, this is the only issue. It can be an issue, but we have to see the other things as well. We have to see the Mahadasha and Antardasha as well, what's going on. So whether that relation was not good since he has born, or it has just spoiled just 3 months ago, 6 months ago. If it is just spoiled 6 months ago, we have to see what's the concern. Sometimes Saturn is sitting somewhere and aspecting the ninth house. So once it aspects ninth house, it spoils the relation with the father. So due to that, entire environment of the homes gets spoiled. And if it is moon sitting there, then it will spoil the relation with the mother and the father as well, because that house is also getting aspected, and that planet is mother planet is also getting aspected. So we cannot say a fixed thing. Nothing is fixed in astrology. So there is no fixed formula that this will happen, then you have to do. In astrology, 2 plus 2 cannot be 4. Sometimes it is 22, sometimes it is 21. So we have to see by experience as well, by the chart as well. So that's the reason we
So I
say,
hope people
as
will
much
get
as you will
benefit
practice.
because I hope people will get benefit because there's a lot of knowledge that you are giving now, and
Yes,
especially for myself also, I'm getting a completely new way of looking at the things. Because previously I was not looking at the 11th house. Now I
yes.
will definitely look into the 11th house also.
11th is the most important house. You activate the 11th house and see the magic. It works like anything. But to see, you have to recommend the right stone and with the right weight and with the right custom. I want to give few tips though, if there is some problem with the husband and wife. So you do one mala of Brihaspati every day. You do one mala of Shukracharya every day, and you worship Hanumanji. So wherever your whatever your chart is, your relation will certainly improve. So if wife is coming in and she has some issues in the family life, you have to see Brihaspati. So if you'll just fix Brihaspati only, whatever the Mahadasha Antardasha is going on, that relation will at least get stable. So you have to see all that things. And one tip I want to give you, mostly people come to us and say we are unable to save money. This is the major issue with the people. Sometimes they are unable to make it. Few are making, but they are unable to save it. So they make 5 lakhs in a month, but they don't have a saving of 10,000. Right now, I tell you one thing. Whenever everybody has dedicated houses with a dedicated rooms with a dedicated washroom, 90% people do not have a dedicated place for Mahalakshmi. So Mahalakshmi is coming to your home. You are keeping it on a fridge. You're keeping it anywhere you want. So if she does not have a space in your house, so where would she live? So she gets unhappy and goes away from your home. And
Fantastic,
suppose you're making,
fantastic.
yes, yes. Suppose you're making 10 lakhs, 1 lakh per month. So Mahalakshmi will also see where you're spending it. So if you're spending it 4 to 5 thousand on a society, in return you're helping people. So Mahalakshmi will attract more Lakshmi to come to your home because you are spending it on some good thing, right? Because like Mahalakshmi is not a karka of money only, she's a karka of prosperity, happy life. If you're disrespecting your wife at home, Mahalakshmi will not be pleased. She's also a wife of Lord Vishnu. So you have to respect Lakshmi a lot so that it gets so comfortable at your place, it should never go. I give you a tip for that. So Mahalakshmi, suppose you're making money, just keep a red cloth at your place, a red handkerchief, and keep Mahalakshmi in it. Notes of 2000 and 500. Don't keep 150, 20 rupees change along with that because Mahalakshmi doesn't get pleased with that. So you have to keep a notes of currency of 2000 and 500. You can keep it in a red cloth. Along with that, you keep something that gives fragrance of rose or something and keep it in a locker where nothing dirty thing will be nearby. Just keep it for 20 days. You will see a major thing. Suppose an expense of 10,000 was supposed to come, and there is a 10,000 at home, and Mahalakshmi is sleeping very comfortably in their favorite color, red, with a fragrance. So she will bring money somewhere from outside, and she will not go herself, and you will gain money from somewhere, and your expense will manage over there. So this is the
Fantastic,
best
fantastic.
best thing to save money at home.